Welcome to Matt Freeman's Bass Bunker. I'm Matt Freeman. Okay, today I'm going to do a play-along video to the Rancid song War's End, which came out on this record, Rancid's And Out Come the Wolves, which was released in 1995. Okay, I'm going to go over the bass lines I play in this song. I'm playing my 1994 Fender Longhorn jazz bass. This is the bass that I played on And Out Come the Wolves. I played it on the entire record. I played it before on the channel. It was I had it in storage for a long time, well, in the case in my closet. And it came out when I started doing the channel. It didn't play very well. The neck was sort of screwed up. I sort of talked about it, but I played it a couple times on the video. I ended up sending it down to my buddy Brian Thrasher, who runs Fender Research and Development. That's like their custom shop down there. They actually made my Fender Precision chambered bass, the real light one I played last year. This one, actually, I have it right here. It's very light. I made a video about it. You guys can look that up. But I actually sent it down to him, and well, I don't know what he did, but he fixed it. It's great. It sounds great, and it plays really great. It's a little rattly because it's got new strings on it. But yeah, so anyway, thanks, Brian. I appreciate it. This song's pretty straight ahead. This is an interesting song for Out Come the Wolves. And the reason I say that is, like, I've talked about it before. Out Come the Wolves was recorded on tape, which means magnetic tape, not in a computer, not on Pro Tools or whatever. And that's the way, you know, it was recorded. And we recorded it very traditional for, like, sort of a record. Me and Brett Reed, the drummer at the time, did all the bass and drum tracks first. Just me and him in a room playing bass and drums, like, you know, Olympia. Just playing it straight through. You know, maybe Tim and Lars were in the room cueing or something, but that was basically it. Or we went over it right before we played it, then we just recorded it. And I thought we did pretty much the whole record that way, as I remember it. But then when I was listening to this track, because I decided I wanted to do it on the Bass Bunker, it seemed weird to me. Like, I really listened to it. Like, first of all, this song is an interesting Rancid song. It's called War's End, but we sort of refer to it as Sammy. And we play this live quite a bit, but it's only Lars playing it on his guitar, just basically by himself. We put it in the set sometimes if we need a break. A lot of times when equipment goes down or something happens, like, Lars will get out there and do it while we're trying to figure out what's going on. And that's pretty much been its role. 10 years ago, when we did a bunch of shows just playing the record from beginning to end, we actually played it as a band, but we've never really played it as a band together consistently at all. We've always pretty much had Lars just doing it by himself. So anyway, when I went back and listened to it, I started listening to it and I'm like, this sounds strange. And what sounds strange to me is, like, I felt like it was just sort of loose. It wasn't as tight as those other songs on that record. And it sounded like, I mean, I know it's really well. I was like, man, we played this together all in the room live. I could totally tell. Because, I mean, I'm a little behind on a couple things, and I know myself, I can totally see myself, like, looking at Tim and Lars, like, trying to figure out, you know, in a room trying to figure out what they're doing. So I actually texted Lars. I'm like, did we play this live? He goes, yeah, it was actually a demo session, and this is the one that made the record. We were sort of demoing some songs. So anyway, that's sort of the story behind this. So it's a little different. It's a little loose. So basically, it's real simple, sort of 1-4-5. So it's... That's the verse and the chorus. Then there's this bridge where I'm sort of going off, and this is the part that was sort of the tell for me. I do this run at the end, and I feel I'm, like, rushing it, and it sounds, I know myself really well. I think I probably did it once, and I just sort of pulled it off. So, and I was trying to keep it in time. So, and I've actually practiced it since, and it's actually really hard to do. So this is the bridge. Now I know I played that really fast, but that's almost the only way I can do it. So it's... And that's it. And that's basically just a John Entwistle lick that I use. I use a variation of that run on a lot of stuff. Or like that. And the reason I can tell I'm rushing it is because instead of I'm doing it at A, but I have to get back down to the G to start the rest of the song. So that's basically about it. So a couple things also about this song, well, about me personally. I'm super influenced by John Entwistle of The Who. The band The Who, and John Entwistle was their bass player up until he passed away in 2002. Huge influence on me. I get asked all the time in the comments, who are your influences? And I've talked about a lot of influences, Horace Panter, Bruce Foxton, but John Entwistle. And actually, I'm going to do a recommendation. If you really want to hear awesome John Entwistle bass stuff, buy this record or get it online or whatever, streaming or whatever, The Who Live at Leeds. This is actually an original one it only has, I think, 6 songs on it. And then they released the whole concert that they did. It was a live concert. It's a live record they did in 1970 at Leeds University in like a cafeteria. And it sounds awesome. And you can get it online. They re-released it. I think they did Tommy in it. They've got a whole bunch of other tracks, but this is the record that really got me into playing bass. And the cool thing about this record is, and I've talked about it before, is that if you put it on like an old crappy record player like I had when I was a kid, a Radio Shack record player, if you turn it to the right, I think it's either the right or the left speaker, and you can only hear the bass. So it's really cool. In fact, the first time I heard this, I didn't know what it was. I wasn't really playing, and I thought the bass was the guitar, so that's all I know. But I highly recommend that record. It's really cool. There's a lot of good stuff on there. So all right, so that's just a little bit about insight about the song, and there you go, and I'm gonna try to play it. Okay, let's see if we can pull this one off. It's a long intro. This is Lars, and he's gonna start it off.
Little Sammy was a punk rocker. You know his mother never understand him. Went into his room and smashed his Billy Ray record. Didn't want him to hear that communist lecture. Little Sammy was a punk rocker. You know his mother tried to take him to war. War, Sammy, now the war is over. War, Sammy, now we're at the war's end. 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 Go! Little Sammy was a punk rocker. Now it's time for you to leave home. War, Sammy, now the war is over. War, Sammy, now we're at the war's end. We're at the war's end. We're at the war's end. Yeah, 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 we're at the end. We're at the war's end.
All right, that was a little sloppy. Man, that lick. That is like so fast, man. I'm surprised I even pulled that off. The bridge is a little sloppy. I make no excuses, but it is what it is on the bass bunker. I'm just gonna leave the mistakes. Yeah, so that's about it. That's actually a really fun song to play. We should actually play that like that live. That'd be a lot of fun. So yeah, so there you go. Okay, so there you go. Let me know down in the comments what you guys want to see on the channel. I say this every week, but I actually learn a lot from you guys' comments. I read as many as I can, pretty much all of them. And You know, last week when I did the bass, the white bass that says Matt Freeman on it, in the comments, the guy who actually painted it and worked on it and actually gave me his bass to try out first to see if I liked it, commented and had all this information about the bass that I didn't even know and sort of where everything ended up. So you never know what's going to happen. So anyway, thanks to everybody that likes and subscribes. And like always, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it.